split ends here, split ends there. You can't go like a day watching natural hair videos without coming across at least one that is telling you about split ends and how you should be trimming your hair every now and then. But what we are not considering is the fact that there's a better way to go about it. Yes, and that is why you're welcome to today's video. So thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, hey. Split ends is not a thing on its own. Split ends is actually a sign that your hair cuticle is damaged. Just like every other part of our body, right? Our hair has its own anatomy. Okay, now your hair cuticle is the outermost layer of your hair strand. Are you seeing that diagram there? Exactly. That is the anatomy of every single strand of hair on your head. All right. So, like as you can see there, we have the cuticle, then the cortex, and the medulla. So the cuticle is the outermost layer of your hair strand that is composed of multiple layers of dead cells. Your cuticle serves as a protective shield for your hair, giving your cortex and medulla, the inner layers of your hair, the protection it needs. So helps to keep your hair hydrated by locking in moisture, keeping your hair soft and manageable. When your cuticles are healthy, they help to protect your inner layers of your hair strands from environmental stressors, damage, physical stressors, things like that. But when your cuticle, okay, your hair cuticle is damaged, you end up having things like dryness, frizz, breakages, and then the number one that is so much proliferated, split end, and that's have gone to the extent of trimming their hair every month. Now let me ask you, how much length are you attaining every month for you to be trimming your hair every month? You want to go long hair, but you're trimming your hair every month. How are you going to achieve that? So the problem here is people are waiting to get split ends and then trim it off. So it's more like waiting until you have the problem and then solving the problem. Why you can from the very beginning prevent that problem from happening. There are a whole lot of things you can do that you're actually doing that's making you have split ends in the first place. So when your hair cuticles are flat, because that's like the actual structure of your hair cuticles, they're supposed to stay flat. When they are flat, they are healthy. They help to help your hair retain moisture. When your hair is moisturized, when it stays moisturized, breakage is kept at bay. Okay, when your hair is healthy, when your cuticles are healthy, it helps it gives your hair this shiny appearance because it reflects light. Yes, that's what gives your hair that shiny appearance. It reflects light. It gives your hair this shiny, beautiful look. But when your hair cuticles are damaged, your hair will have this dull, not so beautiful appearance. So are you seeing how great, how the amount of work your cuticle does to keep your hair looking very beautiful, shiny, and all of that. So it's important if you want to prevent split ends. Taking care of your hair cuticles is your number one thing. Is the number one thing you should be doing. And now this will take us to what actually causes your cuticles to get damaged. There are a lot of things that can damage your hair cuticles. These include rough handling your hair, harsh styling, harsh handling. You're making your hair, or maybe someone is making your hair and they're not gentle. They're just very brax about it. Imagine someone you're making let's take for example a type 4B or 4C hair. They're using rat tail comb to comb your tips of your hair. Like how that is rough handling. Definitely your cuticles will feel it. That's friction. It's going to tug at your cuticles, strap your hair strands of your hair cuticles, exposing the inner layers to damage. Another thing that also causes your cuticles to get damaged is heat. Heat is another culprit in when you apply heat to your hair, especially if you're doing it all the time. You strip your hair off the cuticles, your hair cuticles, because when you do it without heat protectants and you're doing it all the time, you're doing it a lot. You go to the salon on your wash days, when you enter that very hot dryer, a whole lot of heat tools on your hair, your cuticles will get damaged. Your cuticles cannot stand that heat, and once you rub your hair strands of your cuticles, remember your hair is exposed. The inner layers of your hair is exposed. Your hair loses that protection that your cuticle offers. So you end up dealing with split ends as a result of the heat damage. Do something from the get-go. Prevent split ends. That is what this video is about. Prevent split ends. You can do it. Another thing that also affects your hair cuticles is the use of chemicals. Yes, you want to color your hair every now and then. You want to try new things. You want to do this. You want to do that. Some of these colors, some of these additional things you're doing on your hair can actually affect your hair cuticles because they are chemicals. Okay, it might be too harsh on your hair and you might not know that this thing you're using on your hair is harsh. At the end of the day, you might not even notice it on time. After a long while, after some time, you start seeing that your hair isn't thriving so well, your hair is breaking, you're having split ends. Points, just know that you are partly to blame because you were actually doing some things that your hair did not approve of. It's important that if you want to try out new things, you know the implication it will have on your hair. And another thing that can cause you to have damaged cuticles is lack of moisture and protein. Now, one of the most important things in keeping your cuticles happy, moisturizing your hair regularly. Let's take for example, you didn't make your hair is just out there, you're not moisturizing it, you're walking about with your hair. You have to understand the kind of hair you have, and that's another important thing. If you want to take care of your hair cuticles, understand your hair porosity, because knowing your hair porosity will help you to care better for your hair. It will help you to, keep your hair hydrated and moisturized according to your hair porosity. So when you do that, your cuticles stay happy. They don't, they don't wear out. Okay, you're not wearing out your cuticles by your hair habits, so to speak. You're giving your hair what it wants, so your cuticles are staying happy, your hair is staying happy, because you're giving it the amount of moisture it needs. You're also doing protein treatments when necessary. Now it's important to understand what protein treatment is, but remember this video is about split ends. In another video we're going to talk, in great details about protein treatments, what you need to know about protein treatments, how you should, go about it depending on your type of hair. Okay, so if your hair does not have enough moisture and protein, it can make it prone to split ends, because your cuticles are not, taken great care of, so they can get worn out, okay, leading to breakage, damage, and all of that, including split ends. So it's important that you up your moisture game. I say this a whole lot on this on my page. It's important to have a great moisture routine. Hair routine, taking care of your hair does not just end as washing your hair. You need to have a great moisture routine. When you moisturize your hair very well, it will also help you to keep your hair healthy and prevent split ends. So we're still talking about the things that can cause split ends, and then the one that is so much talked about, age and wear. How does this apply? Like, you probably know, tips of your hair are the oldest part of your hair strands. Now, while this in itself is a risk factor for split ends, it doesn't necessarily mean that the fact that you have your oldest part of your hair as your tips, that they are automatically damaged, they're automatically splitting. No. Okay, so if you've not liked this video, please go ahead to give this video a like. Share this video to as many persons as you know will benefit from it. You can save this video so you can return to it at any other time, and watch and gain value from it. Also, drop a comment, let us know what your hair challenge is. Trust me, I promise we're going to make a video that will address it.